Today guys on Beer Geek Nation, the pumpkin beers roll on, and today guys we are looking at a beer from Uinta out of Utah. This is their Oak Jack Imperial Pumpkin Ale, coming in at 10.31% alcohol by volume, very precise. It's an Imperial Pumpkin Ale brewed with traditional pumpkin spices aged in oak barrels. There's a few pumpkin beers aged in different types of spirit barrels, different types of barrels. It really just adds another element to an already pretty kind of complex style of beer. Looking forward to this one. I've had it a few times. I don't think that I've ever actually reviewed this one. It's got a lot of requests from you guys in this pumpkin extravaganza that we're going through. So love a good oak aged beer, love a good pumpkin ale. So let's see what this one does, combine them, and let me get into a glass so you guys know how it smells, tastes, and give you the final verdict on Uinta's Oak Jack. All right guys, to the aroma on the Oak Jack. Wow, very effervescent, a lot of fresh oak, almost like a citrus type of flavor, woodiness, pumpkin pie spices, marmalade, a little bit of a dark fruit, maybe a little bit of a raisin characteristic, burnt sugar, a very, very deep, dark caramel, kind of sweet maltiness. A really, really complex smelling beer. All right, guys, so the taste on the Oak Jack. Cheers. Oh, wow, that's a lot different than I thought it was going to be. You know, right at the front of the tongue, there's a nice kind of spiciness, but it's not so much a pumpkin pie spiciness, a little bit of cinnamon, almost like a rye whiskey type of spiciness. There's that woody complexity right at the front of the tongue. Definitely like a high carbonation level that kind of pops open the taste buds. Middle of the mouth, though, this beer is very, very complex. Dark fruits, big caramel, toffee, deep, kind of sweet, bready, malty notes, a lot of a spicy kind of rye whiskey flavor in there. I don't think they were spirit barrels. I think they were just straight up American oak barrels, but I'm not sure. Definitely getting that oakiness, definitely getting a cinnamon nutmeg quality in there as well. Kind of a sweet vanilla pumpkin pie flavor, but very subtle, kind of playing off that spiciness, playing off the oakiness. Pretty sweet aftertaste. Definitely getting those pumpkin pie spices in the aftertaste more than anything. A little bit of vanilla, a little bit of an allspice, nutmeg, clovey type of peppery flavor in the back there. Definitely get the alcohol at 10.3%. It's warming. It actually adds a layer of complexity to the beer. It's a little bit sweet, helps to cut some of that spiciness. A very, very kind of overwhelming pumpkin pie beer, unlike one that I've ever had. Very complex. One of those ones you just kind of want to sit back and enjoy. A very, very interesting take on the style. All right, guys, so the final verdict on the Oak Jack Imperial Pumpkin Ale, coming at 10.31%, available right now, guys. This one is going to get a B from me. You know, I think the one big issue I have with this beer is, to me, it kind of feels like it's afraid to define what it actually is. There's not a lot of pumpkin pie spice. There's not a lot of oakiness. There's not a lot of a barrel component to it. It's all very subtle, definitely there, but very subtle. It's a big kind of sweet malty beer with a lot of alcohol burned to it and a very subtle kind of flavor profile. So if you guys don't like pumpkin beers, you actually might like this one. There is definitely a complexity to it as it warms up. I'm pulling out more of those flavors. It's just not what I would expect out of an Imperial Pumpkin Ale on any front, as far as being a barrel-aged beer or being a spicy kind of pumpkin ale beer. Not to say that doesn't fail. The flavors are definitely there, and ultimately they do end up working. I think for me, maybe it just falls a little bit flat of my expectations, but it's still a solid beer, and definitely one I would recommend you guys pick up if you guys do like pumpkin beers. And hell, if you don't like pumpkin beers, you actually might like this one. So with that said, getting a B from me. And remember, folks, life's too short to drink amazing beers. Cheers.